Yeah, and then I think it's been really interesting because for this whole run, Cyber's been opting to play a couple different characters. He's using some Game & Watch earlier. He was using Roy really early on
All
and
right.
back
Okay.
for it.
See, I haven't seen the sets before. I was busy up to this. So what have we been seeing from Cyber today?
He honestly he wasn't on stream too much, so it is hard to say. I do remember he played Baron earlier, and I impressive to see.
Okay, cool.
And he also played Cass, was it? Yeah, he played Cass, and that was a bit of a nail. So there's some Game & Watch future. So yeah, I do think it is very smart that Cyber isn't opting to go game, because like I said, that is like a co-main / secondary of Ghana, so he's very, very knowledgeable about that.
Yeah,
So instead he's opting for the Roy. I don't think he's gonna be going much of his main Olimar today, just because. So I feel like the characters we will be seeing today from him will be Roy and maybe Ronan.
Yeah, it's a different environment here, especially. You know, I think Wi-Fi makes a pretty big difference in just how people are going to play things, and it's also cool to just see a bit of a rotation off of the norm. So I'm glad to see some cool stuff coming out from these players. Alright, so it looks like already in the set we're getting some good stage control coming out from Cyber. Just watching that ledge like a hawk. And gaw.naw, you know, this is what gaw.naw was doing all last round of Pandas, so it's going to be interesting seeing two players who look good at, you know, doing this ledge control, kind of facing it off together. Yeah, again, that fire hydrant, it's the anchor. You know, as long as he's near it, you've got a little bit of advantage from movement-wise. So we'll definitely be seeing a lot of that for sure. But also, Cyber's been really good about getting kind of around him and his obstacles on the stage. And then once he gets him off the stage, pretty much keeping him on that ledge is awesome. And there we go, we're going to take our first stock. Looks like Cyber's taking the first stock off gaw.naw there. But of course, gaw.naw put in a lot of work, and there's the payoff. So looks like we're evening things out here. Jumping around a ledge, trying to get some control, see who's where. And it looks like gaw.naw's going to go in for it. And Cyber with the response. So, again,
now,
we're at the ledge. You know,
I do think the Cyber Roy is kind of like a exciting thing to see develop, just because Cyber is similar to that more slower style of game, but Roy is definitely beneficial with the whole in-your-face aggressive style. So it's sort of like Sean's grown, or like a big reason why Sean's play his character is better than that style. So it's really nice to see him, make use of this new style of play for him, the aggression. But still, every now and then you can see hints of a slower style, because compared to most other Roys, you see he's willing to be more patient and.
Yeah.
I hate using this word to describe it, but like more smart about it. He won't like quote unquote be mashed. He's gonna have a lot of purpose behind the moves he throws out.
Yeah, there's tons of places where he could probably go for like high payoff, but also high risk. And it looks like he's opting for the smaller victories, and those are adding up to a pretty impressive play style.
Like if anything, that charge F smash was probably like the play he went for. Like he's still playing really aggressive, like you said, but he's not like going. Like took for like a very conventional like ballsy Roy place.
Yeah, for sure. And right there, gaw.naw just got a pretty good combo on him there. However, again, we're at the ledge. These two players have their own respective defensive ability there.
Yeah. As we saw at the ledge, Cyber did jab backer, which is actually like a kill that'll
right.
But the reason I did not kill it over there is because he unfortunately got the sour spot. So I know that's a thing that Cyber's been lagging a lot, because if you get that down, you're basically giving yourself an outlet to kill off the jab, which is very big for
yeah, for sure.
Oh wow, just throwing out some jabs and healing himself while doing it.
Jeez. It's certainly an interesting character, just the amount of like utility he has in his kit, but damage to boot as well. Pac-Man is definitely a character I don't see a lot when I watch games, but has some interesting play comes possible with him. And yeah, I see it again. You're right, going for that, for the grab.
The Pac-Man ribbons.
Yeah.
I've definitely like my history in Ultimate against Pac-Man is like I keep losing to a Pac-Man player named Bok Choy, so like I think I kind of get like teased a bit for that. But that definitely was like a part, one of several reasons that like, I struggled against him was because I was the grab was very deceptive to me when I first played against it. First of all, like for example, the range it had, like it's coming back in, but you still get grabbed. And I'm also like, okay, this time I'm gonna be able to punish it. But, like that was like the first time Cyber was able to punish the grab so hard.
Yeah, and you know he's been doing a good job of avoiding it, but yeah, punishing it is the next best step, and that is some projectile
That is
right there.
like
Wow.
separates the good from the great Pac-Man.
Yeah.
It's knowing what different attacks to poke the hydrant with to make it bounce in these angles instead of it, because most hits are gonna send a hydrant, you know, very far and low horizontal.
Right.
Maybe that one would more of it. I know it's like perfect.
Line them up. Yeah, I was impressed honestly. I didn't even see it coming, and boom.
To see.
Awesome. So, do you anticipate? Yeah, I was gonna say probably sticking on the same characters for now.
I'd be interested to see him try out the Roy, maybe.
Yeah.
But for now, he's just doing a stage counter pick Smashville. Smashville is probably, I could be wrong, but I think it is like the smallest stage. Like if you how compact it is. So this is the. I feel like gaw.naw kept this open. I guess just because he. Oh wow.
Wow, that's an early. It's unfortunate.
Cyber was trying to go for that trampoline to recover, but gaw.naw hitting a B to reposition it. So
yeah, it just wasn't where it felt like it should have landed, and yeah, that's just unfortunate. Yeah. But
despite how small the stage is, Pac-Man can still set up like below that like one platform. But aside from that, he's gonna, you'd argue he's not able to have much distance, but regardless, look at how well gaw.naw's making this work.
Right, no, for sure. But yeah, even with that, like at the beginning, Cyber was still able to put some really good counterplay in to still at least bring gaw.naw up to a higher percent. Just get some work done on him before gaw.naw fights back. And again, it's still putting some really good damage on, and the pick of a smaller stage, even with gaw.naw's good control, is going to give Cyber a lot more room to get some good hits in. Oh, nice. I just saw those. I love watching that. It's so great.
Comboing off the Galaga there, that's probably the favorite of the bonus streaks for Pac-Man when it comes to racking on percent.
Yeah.
You're going to be seeing the Bell and the Key, and maybe like the Green Melon, more for ceiling stocks, but that Galaga does so much percent if you know how to use it.
Right, and, again, gaw.naw just got excellently hit off by Cyber, but was able to turn it right around, and any advantage that Cyber got there is been neutralized. So
I think that's been a recurring thing in the scene where it's like it goes, oh, whoa, the Hydra!
Wow, I did not see that one coming at all. I wasn't even ready to say anything about that because I thought, yeah.
Wow, and Sean just wanting to run it back. gaw.naw saying GG's for getting.
Wow. Oh no. Yeah. more to come. More to come.
Yeah. That was really good. I do think I will say honestly, I do disagree with the Cyber here for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Stage wise, I think it's perfect to run it back because this is a good Roy stage and he wants to run it back.
Yeah.
But where I disagree is I think you should give yourself, just like even if you want to stay stages, give yourself a second, maybe drink a bit of water or just,
right.
Get a second, I'm not even saying he's tilted because he's probably not. I feel like after something like that happens, you kind of just need a second to like just recompose and reset.
Yeah, because a lot of what I've noticed is, especially for the players who get to these final rounds, a lot of it is mental, and they all have the physical, the tech ability and stuff, but you got to be able to put yourself in the right mindset and get in the adaptive mindset. So that includes taking some time to think about what just happened and why it happened. So you can bring that out next stage. So I totally agree with you. Even if it wasn't like a pure tilt move, like for sure, sometime I would just give it a little bit of rest.
Absolutely.
Going in, absolutely. But you know, it's a very different start here for sure.
Yeah, this game's looking a lot like more even.
Yeah,
sure.
a lot more even, and you know, Cyber is on stage. You know, keeping it there for now. You know, I think we like to, when we see people going up against gaw.naw today, it looks like we'll start off a bit on stage for the safeties, and then after we get closer to some of the lower stocks, put some off-stage pressure on, just because it's just dangerous. But there we go, Cyber putting him out there, and also looking to just get some more chip damage on before he goes himself.
Yeah, so this, I think what'll be a turning point for this game at least, it's how much mileage Cyber's able to get. When you see like that, I was trying to say this earlier before that hydrant kill last game happened.
Right.
I feel like a very prominent thing in gaw.naw sets, both to him and against him, when someone gets the stock, the other person gets the stock almost right away without too much damage getting piled on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna say, I feel like a big turning point for Cyber's sake would be, you know, when he gets the first stock, how much damage he can get. Because he honestly didn't get too much percent, like maybe 20-30% off the stock lead. But right after respawning, he attacks on another 60%. So like the percent he needed has like come to fruition.
Yeah, and that is good. And I saw gaw.naw too, like kind of using his obstacles as like a full frontal assault, like not just having it as a defense, but using them to kind of get in his zone and throw him off stage. I thought that was a pretty cool play from him too. And it looks like, you know, we're back. Definitely a little bit of damage more on gaw.naw, but he's gonna equalize it out pretty much here. And I'm gonna be interested to see where it goes. Waiting right for it. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like Cyber's gonna try to like get a little more aggressive here. See if he can get a quick finish on that. Two amazing. Was that two parries?
Yeah. But the thing is, I respect him going off with Roy, but Roy, of his sorties, has one of the worst recoveries, so you can't get too overzealous when you're going off stage.
For sure, yeah. You know, it gets super dangerous, and again, it's all about that risk-reward scenario. But that was great. You know, he was able to get behind him while he's going for the grab, and there's the punish that we were talking about, right? You know, it works really well when you're in a safe spot, but when you have such a high percentage, and someone really wants you gone. They might be able to get in, so I gotta figure this out.
Especially because that whiff grab was done close.
Like, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It was super risky even just going out.
Yeah. But yeah, just like this game's honestly looking pretty even. This could go either way.
Yeah, gaw.naw definitely looking to put some big damage on, but looks like Cyber's gonna find the places where he can punish it.
Wow.
Yep, looking just like that and putting a good equalize on it for sure. That's what we like to see at this point in the game.
Wow, that read almost worked.
That was fast. Awesome.
So many things going on.
Yeah,
I almost snagged that game with the side beat, and then Sean punishing with F smash, barely killing him.
Yeah, Cyber definitely not playing around at that end of that set, you know, or end of that round. Just making sure that once he had him in the right spot, throw him right off stage, and it was just the right percent for it to go. So yeah, and now we'll have to see what map comes out. Because we got the run back onto Smashville, so we'll see. Guessing. Okay. So now we're up back to a much bigger stage, and this is
definitely
super
and also
helpful for gaw.naw.
Something which I think is gonna come into play, and it's something gaw.naw loves to do. When he's on like the edges of the stage, you see how it like has like the main stage like kind of unfortunate, Steve.
Oh.
But you see how the sides of the stage are like slanted downwards a bit.
Yeah, that's right.
If gaw.naw's all the way at the ledge, throws his like bonus fruit, it's gonna hit that and he can easily catch it. And when you're re-grabbing fruit, you're able to throw it in any direction, which makes it more scary. Because if you're just hitting the B button, it throws straight.
Okay, so yeah,
By grabbing it, he can throw it any direction if it comes a more threatening tool.
Gotcha. Yeah, so getting on those ledges is gonna be really important for gaw.naw, and from what we've been seeing today, it doesn't like it's gonna be too much of a problem for him. He's got that ledge control.
Wow.
And just like a snipe, just completely snipes that out there.
He's running away with this. This is like a really
yeah.
It's like this stage is really good for what do you call it, Pac-Man, and then it's also like not a good stage for Roy. So it's really
like obviously Cyber's putting in as much care as he can to this, but gaw.naw is keeping the bottom of that stage under control, using everything in his kit to keep Cyber from having a strong foothold there. Yeah. And like you were
ruthless. This running base. He just being ruthless when the Cyber's off stage, and like I was saying, Roy not having the best recovery, like you're gonna love to do that as a character like Pac-Man with this, very. Okay, I don't think he's gonna make this, but usually with a good.
This would be crazy. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I would have loved to chat if he made that. Like I would have been tilted. But no, for sure. I
do see him fishing a little bit for these like divey kills, just because he has such. But I feel like at a certain point he's gonna go back to.
Right.
I think we're seeing that right now. Even he's sort of like
Yeah, he's going for it for sure. And I mean, like if he does keep going for it and Cyber picks up onto it, this could easily get reversed.
Yeah, but that's Cyber's still in. He's realizing that too.
Yep, he's gonna probably stop playing around with that for sure. Just get back to what works.
Yeah, I gotta stop going for the Twitch clip, and I gotta win.
For sure, but I mean, Cyber's definitely got a good foothold. Now that he's had some time to adjust, and
yeah, but now the question is, has this foothold?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, we have two great players here, but
now we got a near max rage Roy. If he gets an F smash, it'll blow up at a low percent.
Yeah, we have a glass cannon right here.
Gaw.naw playing the distance game. Oh, running in with the grab mix-up, throwing him that way.
So yeah, maybe the mix-up is just what it needed right now because there it is.
That was actually honestly. So yeah, you can say he was last stock without any damage, but knowing how much of a deficit Sean was or Cyber was from the beginning, with that like pseudo SD at the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
He still kept it really